Today we are doing something a little different because I am showing you all of the books, all of the physical books that I have on my TBR. These are all fantasy romance books, and almost all of this I have gotten because they were recommended by Book Talk or because they were sent to me, but I still haven't gotten to them. And today I want you to help me pick what should I read next. It is so hard. So how about we do this together? If you are new to my channel, my name is Anna and I am doing a 100 days of daily YouTube posting. Today is day 63 if I'm not mistaken, and we have been doing this for a long time. The common theme between all of my videos is motherhood. I am a homeschooling mom, a content creator mom, a book obsessed, fantasy book obsessed mom, and I'm also a travel loving mom. So I've been talking about all of these topics in my videos. So if you resonate with any of this, make sure to subscribe and make sure to follow me on my social media platforms at A Mom Creates. Now, TBR, and I should clarify, this is my physical TBR because on my phone and on my saved list I have so many more that I want to read, but I am choosing to give priority to the books that I have here. So how about we dive right in? So the first one that I have is actually a series, like a whole set, because I got sent the whole set of the Red Queen series, and I have heard great things about this series. More so, I have heard how it is quite similar to the Powerless series that I already read, and I know this series was written before, so I think that's the only thing keeping me from starting. But I'm very curious. I am definitely curious. And also look at the printed edges on this series. It is gorgeous. So it is a total of 5 books. And if I decide to start on it, of course, I am going to have to read all 5. But this is option 1. Option 2 is a series that I almost started recently. Of course, because I have heard great things, but also because there are only 2 books right now, if I am not mistaken. So this shouldn't take me long. It's also not a really thick book, but I've been dying to dive into Phantasma. Should I read this book? What do you think? Okay, the next one is a little scary because it is a gigantic series, but I also want to start it. What do you think? Zodiac Academy. I am a spicy fantasy romance book lover, and I know I am definitely gonna see some of the things that I love in this series, but it's also super long. If you are a Zodiac Academy fan, let me know your thoughts. I don't know much about this, but I know it's intertwined with another series or maybe 2 more series. I don't know a lot of the details yet, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Should I read Zodiac Academy? Okay, next one. I don't know much about this series either. I think it's also spicy fantasy romance, The Book of Azrael, and I think there's another book. I'm not sure on how many books total there are, but I've also been dying to start on this. What am I gonna do? So many good options, I know. Oh, the next one, I know is a good one. There are people who tell me that this is one of the best series that they have ever read. I think it's a trilogy, and I think I've been pushing way too long on this series, and maybe I should start it. What do you think? The only thing keeping me from starting is that I think the covers got recently switched, so I won't be able to get books 2 and 3 in this design. What do you think? Should I start on Daughter of No Worlds? Okay, next one is a book that I got sent from TikTok shop. It looks really interesting and it's definitely romantasy vibes. Look at the edges. It's also a really beautiful book, and I haven't heard much about it, so I've been pushing it to the side. But if you've read this book, For Whom the Bell Tolls, I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. It's kind of like on the thick side, but I would love to know, what do you think? Okay, next one I also got from TikTok shop, and it's book 1 from the Bridgerton series. You know, I don't know because I started watching this series on Netflix and I became a fan of this series, and I don't know if I want to go back and read this book. Should I read it? It's also like 5 books, I think, 5, 6 books on the series. So it's a little commitment. Should I dive into this book? Let me know. This book here, I recently got from a bookstore here in Reno. It kind of was an impulsive purchase, but I don't regret it at all. I've seen videos and comments on TikTok, and a lot of people talk great things about this series. I can't remember how many books there are, but it's pretty thin. So maybe it could be my next read. Have you read this book? What are your thoughts? Okay, the next book I also got from TikTok shop, but it's actually book 2 on the series, and I have not read book 1 yet. But this series, a lot of people have been talking about it, and I know it's definitely top level romantasy. Should I get book 1 so I can start on this series? I don't know what I'm gonna do, but what do you think? Okay, doing this TBR has shown me just how impulsive I can be when I go to bookstores, because this was another impulse purchase, Light Lark. I know this came out a long time ago, and I know there are many other books by Alex Astor, and I kind of feel like I am missing out if I don't read this book. Have you read it? What do you think? I think there's total of 3 books on this series. Also, there are other series from this author that I really want to read, but I kind of feel like I shouldn't if I haven't read this first. I don't know. What do you think? Have you read it? I have 2 more. This one has been on my bookshelf for a little bit, and this is a less known book. I also got it from TikTok shop. It's basically retellings of fairy tales, making them a little moodier, a little spicier, kind of like what I like. Love the sprayed edges. And there's also, in this particular book, there are some, oh, look at the page I just opened. There are some fun illustrations inside. So it is a book that I've been wanting to dive into. There are just so many options. I don't know if you have read this book because it's a much less popular book, but if you have, what are your thoughts? Okay, last option, and definitely also an impulse purchase because look at the price. I found this at Grassroots here in Reno, and it was $7, so I had to get it. I've read the first books of The Crowns of Nyaxia, and this is the next book in line. I read it a long time ago, more than a year ago, and when I saw this, I was like, oh, maybe I'll grab it so I can continue on. I know there's another book coming really soon, so maybe I can read it so I can be up to date. I don't know. So many options, and let's be real, as soon as I start one of these, that's gonna mean that I have to read the next books on that series. So yes, it is a never-ending TBR, and I kind of love it, you know. And I also have my Kindle, and I have books there. I just wish I had unlimited hours to read, but a girl can dream. So if you had to choose one of all of these options, what book would you choose and why? Let me know, help me choose. And again, if you resonate with any of the topics that I described at the beginning of the video, make sure to subscribe. I would love to have you so we can finish this challenge together. And that is everything that I have today. I will see you tomorrow. Let me know what you think, but I will see you tomorrow on the next video.